Hello and goodbye November. Quick month, had a lot of downtime, but I think I used it wisely. Here's what I did. Oh, you may be noticing I'm wearing the Gaming Historian shirt that he gave me last month that I forgot to wear last month, but here it is. It's awesome. Go check out his shirts. Link in the description. So things that came out this month, the Video Game Years 1989 Part 5 is out. Link is in the description. Everything's in the description. Why do I even say it's all there? So as I mentioned last month, I had to go in for surgery, so I was down for about 2 weeks. The last surgery I had before that was laparoscopic, so it was a bit less invasive, I guess. The recovery was easier. This one was an open surgery, so I have 3 4-inch scar here that just cut me wide open, and yeah, the recovery was a little bit worse. It was about twice as bad as the last one. So it wasn't that big of a deal, but I just didn't plan on being out for 2 weeks. I thought it would be like a week like last time. It was 2 weeks. So if you're gonna have open surgery, schedule 2 weeks, you know, it's gonna be fine. It's just gonna take some time. So I did spend some time just being down, not being able to do anything because, you know, pain and I wanna play video games. But I also did use my time productively. I was able to get the 3 podcasts that are backlogged from April, May, and June completed. However, ran into another snag. So Andrew from the podcast and I have been working on this a bit. He's the one that hosts the podcast and we've run out of space on his server. So what I have to do is go back now for the prior 25 episodes or something, 24 episodes, and make them all mono and downgrade the quality a little bit so everything will fit. Those 3 podcasts, and Andrew's saying we could probably only do a couple more after this before we're completely out. So we gotta look for something better to do. If anyone has suggestions, please let me know. I know in the past some people have been really cool and have been like, hey, you know, I can edit the podcast for you, I can host the podcast for you, that kind of stuff. I really appreciate it, but I'm kind of the guy that's like, I can't give up the things that I'm working on. Like, I've had multiple people, Andrew and Dave O'Banjo, people that are on podcasts, Johnny Ketchum, they've all said, hey, I could edit the podcast for you. And I'm like, thanks. I just can't give up my baby, I guess. I don't know. So I'm just like, I'm a control freak about my own stuff, at least. I'm not a control freak other places, hopefully not. I don't know. So I want to be able to still host them somewhere. I just need somewhere that I can do it for free is kind of the problem. I would do one of those pay-for services, but I make $0 on this. So I don't want to go negative dollars on the podcast. It's only so popular anyway. Probably less than 10% of you listen to this, so, or the podcast even. So it's kind of a waste of money to do that. If there was some kind of, you know, make it even at least, I would do it, but no, it's just going to put me more in the hole. And I'm already in kind of financial not goodness, and I make very, very little on these videos. But thank you for watching. And it's really my fault that I make so little on these videos. I've done a terrible job of promoting myself. I need to do some renovations to my channel. I've been given some great suggestions. I just haven't carried them out yet. So look to that happening. Look forward to that happening, I guess, in the next month or so, because I have something awesome I'm gonna do beginning of next year, so stay tuned for that. More information about that at the end of this. So podcast, like I said, the 24th episode, I think it was, which was retro video game influenced musicians and artists, it's just called the artists, and had Adam Shub from Squarepainter on Retroware on, also had my buddy Bien, producer Snafu, on the podcast, because they're both, you know, artists that are influenced through retro video games. So that was what the podcast was about. That one will be up soon, and I'll put it in the links once it's up. But I guess, you know, how often do you come back to these? Probably not. Don't hold your breath, I guess, on this, but I'll put them in there once they're there. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter is probably the easiest way. At Goemon047 would be the easiest way to find out when things go up and that kind of thing, because I update on there whenever I do something. Adam, I apologize for, you know, thanks for coming on the podcast, and it took freaking months because, of course, right after we did the recordings for a couple of episodes, I guess, I ran out of space and I still kept recording. I recorded 2 more episodes after that, even though I didn't have enough space to do it. So that was kind of silly, but at least I've got them backlogged to work on. So the podcasts are ready to go. I really just have to get them technically sound so that someone told me on Twitter, thank you very much, RV at Rickety Rack on Twitter was nice enough to tell me, hey, you know, podcasts have gone down. That's because the server's full. So I didn't know that, but thank you for letting me know. Hopefully we can get that cleared up as soon as possible and then get those other podcasts on and start recording new podcasts. So any suggestions you guys have, I'm all ears. I just don't really want to spend any money on it. Want to, can't, I really just can't. So thanks for coming on, Adam. If you guys don't remember, I have showcased his artwork several times because he always hooks me up at MagFest, but look at this awesome artwork that he paints pixel by hand. It's made with love. These are really awesome. I love Bubble Bobble. Like every time he makes a Bubble Bobble, he's made a sale from me because I love me some Bubble Bobble, but he makes all kinds of intricate work. I mean, really, really detailed work. Definitely check out his stuff in the links. So unfortunately, that's all I've got out for this month. You can check out the Video Game Years through 1989 Part 5. That's all out now. and I have the podcast ready to go. I just don't have them out. So I'm really hoping in the next couple days I can get that out, hopefully in time for this, but I'm just gonna say probably not. Sorry about that. Or hey, yay, it's out. Probably not. With that, the plan for next month is to really work on the Real Game Chasers first episode. I'm hoping it'll probably be a two-parter or something like that. I just need to get together materials and put it together because of course it's something I've never done before. It's kind of like it's almost like a reality TV kind of show. So I mean, it's a lot of, you know, raw footage, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, what works, what doesn't, how do I make a show? I mean, I had a lot of respect for the Game Chasers, but actually trying to make an episode, even more respect for them. So it's very difficult. Bear with me, hopefully next month, because I did say hopefully 2015, but I guess the caveat would that be that I don't get it done. Yeah, we'll see. Here's hoping. Even if that doesn't come out, I've got news that I'm excited to share, but I'm not going to share a lot of it quite yet because it's not fully operational at this point. But last weekend, Brandon, my coworker Brandon, and I recorded a new episode of a totally new style show that I came up with, and I've just had an idea kind of kicking around in my head for a couple years, and I was trying to figure out how to implement it and what I should do. It's going to be a really cool show, I think. I'm really excited about it. I think it has a lot of potential to be a really cool show. What I've seen so far, it's freaking awesome. I don't know, I'm tooting my own horn. I don't want to hype it up too much, but I think I have not seen anything like this on the internet. If it exists, I'm going to be very disappointed, but I believe in a global consciousness. I think we all kind of get the same idea around the same time, which is why I'm rushing to get it out, because I'm deathly afraid that someone's going to do it before me, or maybe they already have, in which case, sorry, but I didn't copy you. I just came up with my own thing. It is a bit of an amalgamation of other ideas that are kind of already out there, but I've never seen a show just kind of put together like this. So it is video game related, and I think it's going to be very entertaining. I'm excited to work on it, and the plan is I will release like a trailer intro kind of video. I don't want to give away too much, but I'm going to release that probably about the end of December. The first episode of this new series will probably debut January 1st is the goal, and then I'm going to release a video every week in January, every Thursday or Friday. And it will be in a complete episode just broken into parts because we recorded for a very long time. But I'm gonna edit it down, nothing but awesome stuff and cut the fat kind of thing. So hope you guys will enjoy it. I guess I shouldn't talk too much about it because I'm not really telling you what it is. I don't want to hype it up too much either, but I think it's going to be the best thing you've ever seen. Not to hype it up too much, no. I think it'll be cool. Anyway, that's enough. I'm gushing about it because I'm excited. I think it's going to be cool. Here's hoping to that being cool also. We'll see. So what is this awesome music we're listening to? Well, this is a new EP from my buddy AlucardsQuest. He was on the podcast last year, and it came out June, I think it was, and sadly with my computer problems, as you know, I haven't really been able to download it, space being an issue. Haven't had a chance to check it out till now, but I checked it out today and it's freaking awesome. You can check it out in the links, go have a peep, buy his album. Also, just today as I'm recording this, my buddy Ben, producer Snafu, put out a new album called the LSDJ Experience, and it is exactly what it sounds like. He made it in LSDJ, so it's basically what people make chiptune on their Game Boys. So it's an album based mostly around authentic Game Boy sounds, and he's got a couple tracks in there that weren't made with LSDJ, but generally that's the idea. Freaking awesome. I got to preview it a couple weeks ago. I was on Skype with Ben and I was like, this is freaking amazing. He taught himself in like 2 weeks and just put it out like it was nothing. And he showed me how to make music in there. It was like 2 hours to make something like Mary Had a Little Lamb, and I'm very not technical, and working with trackers, it's very technical. So I'm gonna mess around with it and we'll see. I don't know. Freaking awesome though, peep it out. Go buy his album. That's how the guy makes his money. Support music you love and support my buddy Ben. I did. Both of those guys, peep them out, links in the description. One for each. Speaking of albums, someone asked me last month and I forgot to respond to it because I was kind of on the go reading comments. I do read all your comments and I apologize that I haven't really been able to respond as I used to in the past. I was responding to everything. People are like, you're looking kind of desperate, man, responding to every single thing, but I had time to do that. And I knew someday I might not be able to, and that time has definitely come. Thank you for all your comments and support, guys. I really do read all the comments. I just don't have time to respond to all of them, unfortunately. Every once in a while I'll go and splurge and be like, okay, there's like 5 comments. I just don't have time to keep going, otherwise I won't be able to get stuff done, unfortunately. So someone mentioned last month, hey, when's your album coming out? Because I've been like talking about it and stuff. At this point, it's just like, I don't want to hype up nothing because it's whatever. It's my album that I've been kicking around forever. I mastered it like crap, I would say. I think it's a good album, it just sounds not great sound quality wise. I will caution you, if it does come out the way it is now, to be careful with your ears, because sometimes it hurts my ears just listening to it at the normal volume I listen to other stuff. It's a little bit louder, a little bit bassier, and that kind of thing. So I really want to go back and remaster it if I can. Problem with that being, my computer was completely wiped out. So I need to get the original masters, I guess, so I can master it, and right now it's just a flat thing. So I'm gonna go take my computer in, because you know I got the space management thing fixed, but I haven't been able to recover the data yet, which is just a big deal. I made a call and I was disappointed by what I heard. So we'll see if that's something I'm able to do. If not, I'm just gonna have to release the album as is, because better something than nothing, I suppose. I also have plans for like a B-side for that album, and then after that I'm working on new music, and then I want to just totally leave all the old stuff behind and do something new. So I know I've been talking about it forever, but maybe this year, we'll see, sorry. So like I said, the end of last month, beginning of this month, down for surgery, I think I used my time really wisely. Being able to get through 3 podcasts in like a week was kind of a big undertaking, because it usually takes me 12 hours-ish to edit a podcast, because most people probably record it and it's all pretty smooth and it goes, you know, pretty smoothly, and it just is, just put it out as is. No, it's really not. I have to cut things and rearrange things, and then I'm very anal about it, which is why I want control over the podcast and everything, so I could go in and put little music clips and stuff to keep it interesting and funny, and hopefully funny. Yeah, if you haven't ever checked out the podcast, check it out once it goes back up. A lot of people like it, so if it's something you guys want me to keep doing, let me know, and if you think I shouldn't, just let me know. I guess I'm kind of at an impasse or something, where it's like, okay, do we keep doing this and try to manage with the workload and that kind of stuff, and the space issue and that kind of thing. So just let me know what you think. While I was out for surgery, I played from beginning to end a game, which I haven't been able to do for a couple years. I think the last thing I did that with was Pikmin 3 a couple years ago, and I was able to play The Evil Within, which was great for Halloween, but not great for coming straight out of surgery, because the game is gory, it is messed up, there's a lot of like hospital imagery and surgery, like messed up surgery kind of stuff. So I was sitting there like in a lot of pain, just being like, this is not the best game to play right now, because that's very relatable, isn't it? So yeah, a really cool game. I mean, it definitely has some shortcomings. I think I said something stupid on Twitter, like the game starts to go bankrupt around chapter 11, ironically, or something like that, which it does, because it totally turns into kind of like a shooting game, and not so much like the horror, like the survival or horror element kind of takes a backseat to let's just shoot up guys. I'm like, am I still playing the same game? It totally changed the scenery, but I don't know if that's a spoiler, sorry. But you know, there's more chapters. It gets better, it gets better. And I know there was some criticism, but I think it's the scariest game I've ever played. I don't play a lot of scary games, but man, it's pretty messed up. From the maker of Resident Evil. Have a peep, I liked it. I've also been studying my butt off Japanese every day, hour and a half on kanji and this kind of thing. There's something called the JLPT, Japanese Language Proficiency Test, and there's 5 levels, N5 to N1 being the highest. And although I'm probably above the N5 level, I just want to start at the beginning and move my way up. So starting at the N5, probably could do the 4, or maybe if I was lucky the 3, probably the 4. So this year, it happens once a year. It's only select locations. Luckily, there's one in Boulder, Colorado this year. I think it's like 50 or 60 bucks or something. So studied my butt off, because it's only once a year and it costs money. So I want to make sure that I pass it. It's just kind of certificate to, you know, it's a goal. It's a goal to get my butt in gear to learn Japanese, so I can hopefully go to Japan and not be a dunce when I go. Hopefully early next year, mid next year, we'll see. So wish me luck on that. Ganbarimasu! Other than that, I've just been playing Mario Maker, and the special event stuff's really cool. There's like an Audino level from Game Center CX, and you can play as a little Audino character, and he says stuff. It's pretty funny. Been playing that, been enjoying that, and that's pretty much it. A lot of studying Japanese. So next month, hoping to get the podcasts out, even though they're ready, just gotta get them out, in addition to hopefully the Real Game Chasers episode 1. And then at the end of December, expect something new. I'm gonna finally tell you what it is. And then all through January, I'm hoping to release 1 video a week. I'm getting them ready now, so they're backlogged and I can release them once a week. So look forward to that. Have a great holidays, and I'll see you next month. Pew! I don't have much time left, but I also forgot to tell you that I got a couple games yesterday. Black Friday sale, couple bucks a piece. Let's Tap on Wii. It just looked weird, and it was a couple bucks. It actually got decent reviews for something that looks like Let's Crap. And this game I've been looking for quite a while, because I think it was John D that was talking about every time he sees him, he's trying to buy him up, like raise the price, he's just messing around. But Mad Dog McCree Gunslinger Pack on Wii. This was a couple bucks. Remember those FMV games? Yeah, it's a compilation of that. so it seems like it wouldn't be good, but apparently it's not bad. But anyway, those are the games I picked up. Peace.